I have to tell you though, what happened last weekend that kind of really screwed up my stomach. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today, and today we are getting another little snowstorm going on. I just love it. It is making my heart very happy because we got like almost no snow last year, so this being I think our 4th snowfall where something collected, it's pretty great. I know not everybody likes snow, and I know that a lot of you guys have to drive in it, and I remember the days of being a nurse and being forced to drive through this, and it was awful. I remember one morning getting up really early because I had to work at 7 a.m. in Philadelphia, and I remember leaving early because the snow was just starting, and I was like, I don't want to risk it. Like, I gotta get to work. So I feel for you who have to drive in this, but I'm loving it, sitting here in my living room being all cozy. I will probably go outside in it in a little bit and take probably Holly with me because she enjoys it the most. She just gallops in it. Okay, I was gonna ask you your review of the snow, but apparently she's too busy. It's her favorite. But yes, I wanted to give some updates. I have an exciting week ahead of me, answer some questions from previous videos, and yeah. So for my friends on here that have IBD of some kind, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, whatever, I do want to let you guys know that I am going to the Crohn's and Colitis Congress next week in Las Vegas. I'm going to be there with Aaron Blocker, and Zach is coming with me too. He's not participating in it, but he's coming with me for the trip, and I'm going to be reporting on a lot of the sessions, going to be giving a play-by-play on what I'm learning and what I'm hearing. So if you want to follow me over on Instagram, I'll pop my link up like I normally do. I'm going to be doing a lot on there. I'm going to do as best as I can on here as well. The longer videos take a little bit longer to edit and upload for me, so I know Instagram I'm going to be doing, you know, as timely as I can. It's probably the best place to follow for that. And follow Aaron Blocker as well. I'll put his info in the description, as well as the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, because all 3 pages are gonna be pretty lively next week. We got our schedules, it's gonna be jam-packed, it's gonna be very busy, and I'm gonna be really tired when we come home. Zach and I actually extended our stay by a couple days though, so we'll be staying through the weekend and having a little bit of fun in Vegas. Not too much, not getting too crazy, but we planned some shows and we're looking at different places to eat and stuff like that. I have been to Vegas before, so has Zach. Zach was there, I think, when he was a kid. I was there in 2018, I want to say, with my old company, and that was really fun. But I didn't know it at the time. I was going septic with my kidney, and I didn't feel really great on the plane, and I had a little kid kicking me in the back, which was right into my kidney, and I had no idea that it was my kidney. So I'm looking forward to, well, knock on some wood for me, looking forward to hopefully not being septic this time around, or going septic. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, I wanted to update you about my ostomy output and all that, because I did mention in my last video I was on antibiotics, I was on steroids, and that was for my sinus infection. It always messes up my ostomy output, and it did this time around. I know I had a few people comment, you should be on probiotics, which I just wanted to confirm with you guys that I am. I am on probiotics all the time. This is Mega Spore Biotic. I don't know, it's what my dietitian told me to use. So take 2 of these babies a day. They are horse pills. They are large, but I am taking them. I personally have never noticed any difference taking any probiotic, but I've been taking them. I have to tell you though, what happened last weekend that kind of really screwed up my stomach. So last weekend we had a friend come to visit, and I'm gonna put a little reel together, a little weekend vlog together for Instagram, because I had my phone with me. I was just taking little clips here and there. But on Saturday morning we all decided, let's go get brunch at this place that we've been before. We've been there a number of times. And it's been really great, really good. I always get this chicken pesto panini sandwich thing, and it's always been really great. Just goes down well, settles well, whatever. And I took a bite and I was like, oh, something tastes a little funny about this, but I thought it was me. I thought I must have bad breath, you know? Took another bite, and I realized, something went bad. Something's wrong. So I had my friend sniff it. Zach took a couple bites and he was like, yeah, something went bad in it. It tasted like vegetables in it had gone bad. And so I didn't want to say anything to the manager. Zach said something. I can't. They were really apologetic about it. They offered to get me something else to eat for free. They comped that meal, and I was like, no, please, I'm good, because my appetite just, yeah, I didn't eat any more of it, and I didn't eat. Almost immediately, my ostomy started pouring out, and I got nauseated, but I was like, you know, when you taste something like that, it's not uncommon to feel a little sickly. But when my ostomy started going, I knew there might have been something bad. And then Zach later on, because he had a couple bites of it to try it, he felt a little funny. So, yeah, I don't know. It didn't set me up well because I had been off the antibiotics. I was already dealing with some ostomy output issues, and I think I wound up emptying 4 or 5 times when we were out that day, which is unusual for me, even when my ostomy output's already a little messed up. So I didn't feel great that day. I was kind of sluggish. We went to Dave & Buster's and stuff, and my appetite was shot, and it still isn't quite right. I'm not going to blame it on that. When your bacteria in there gets all messed up, you don't feel right. So thankfully, I've been staying hydrated, drinking the liquid IV and the Element. Somebody let me know that the LMNT electrolytes is actually pronounced element, which I wish they could have just spelled out, but it was not obvious to me. I was like, oh, it's LMNT, because the letters are L, M, Nt. Is that how I'm supposed to read it? Element? I don't know, whatever. Not my decision to name a product. But yeah, I've been drinking a lot of that, trying to keep up on being hydrated, because I want to get my ostomy as much as I can back to normal for next week, because it's going to be busy. I'm going to be recording myself a lot. I'm going to be in a lot of sessions where I'm sure it's going to be quiet, and leaving the room to empty my bag. I don't know. I don't want to do that. That's what's going on with my stomach. I'm sure I'll get a hold of it. I'm still taking the, what do you call it? I always say, like, I gotta go take my acid, but that really doesn't, that doesn't sound right. So the little enzyme pills that my dietitian had me taking, I'm still taking those with meals, and hopefully that'll keep things on track. I was put on that for the potential of me having SIBO. Being on antibiotics a lot does not help that at all. It is what it is. Oh, I wanted to give you an update on this book. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is just doing a whole separate video where we talk about books that we read this past month, and you guys can give your suggestions and your reviews and whatnot. I'll probably do that at the beginning of each month, so somewhere around the beginning of February, I'll talk about all the books I read. But this one, the Before We Were Yours by 𝙗𝙗 Wingate, it improved. It did improve. I stuck with it. I finished it. It got a lot better. I really liked it. It was not my most favorite book, but I really liked it, and I think she's got a second book that's more of the true stories of what happened fictionally in this book. And so I'm interested in reading that one. I forget what it's called. Let me see. Sometimes they put it in the back. Oh, Before and After by Judy Christie and 𝙗𝙗 Wingate. So those are supposed to be the incredible real-life stories of orphans who survived the Tennessee Children's Home Society. Very, very tragic book. So I did finish that. It did improve, so I'm glad I stuck with it. Now I am reading The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes, and I'm not very far into it, but I really like her style of describing things. Like, I don't know. That was the first thing I noticed in the first few pages. So I'm going to be reading this week. I already have my book picked out for the plane, and I did make some Amazon purchases of books. I couldn't help myself. I got 3 different books by Kristen Hanna, the one that wrote The Nightingale and The Great Alone, because I just love them. They were great. They were so good. So I got Winter Garden, The 4 Winds, and then I pre-ordered The Women, which is supposed to be coming out early February. So I'm excited for them. And then I got Butcher and Blackbird, which is, I think, supposed to be a trilogy, but the second book isn't even out yet. I did order that one as well, so I'm trying to read some of the books I already got. I told myself, read the ones that you already had on your bookshelf, and then you can treat yourself with the new one. I just really like Kristen Hanna, I think. I just really enjoyed her books, where I can't put it down. That's what I want. Just wanted to report on that. And the other thing I was going to talk about, because I had a couple questions in some of the recent videos, was what's going on with fertility stuff. So I did mention that I am not going to be doing the IUI for a little bit. Right now, I am tracking my cycles, letting the fertility clinic know when my periods are starting, so that way they can, you know, kind of determine when the next one might start and when I would start taking the Clomid and, you know, get all of the transvaginal ultrasounds done to see what my ovaries are doing. I am having trouble, and I feel like I should just say the pharmacy. I want to. I don't like calling them out because, you know, I want to, but I'm not going to yet. I don't know what's going on. My fertility clinic has sent the Avidrel trigger shot, which is the thing that I take the night before the IUI to make me ovulate. They're just like not receiving it. I don't know what the problem is. I highly doubt it's the fertility clinic, because this is not their first rodeo sending prescriptions to places. It's just not appearing. I have messaged. I said the name. I'm going to blur it out. We're going to block it out. I have messaged the specialty pharmacy, who I have had issues with 𝙗𝙪𝙨, to please contact me about this medication. Normally they call when a prescription comes through. They have not called me. They have not responded to my, I think, 3 different messages now to please contact me. So I have to call them, and I just have a feeling when I call them, they're going to tell me what prescription, what Avidrel. I want to call, but I hate the hour I spend on the phone dealing with this every time, inevitably. I don't think it should take an hour, but they always have to elevate to the next higher up person in the company, and I wind up going so high up in these companies to talk to somebody to just figure out what's going on. Yeah, so I should do that today. I should have done it all this week. Have I? No. And I think it's because I know that I can just get the Avidrel from my fertility clinic's partnership with a pharmacy for $75, because I just, with the insurance stuff, you know, and it being January, it just winds up being, like, I know it's probably gonna be around the same price, but I figured, let's give it a shot with my specialty pharmacy. But then I'm thinking, okay, I have to go through 3 cycles of IUIs maximum. Obviously, if the first one works, fabulous, then you don't go back to get a second one. Then I'm like, okay, 75 times 3, that's, you know, I don't know. That's where I'm at with that, but I'm not doing it yet, so I know people have been asking. I probably will not share that in real time, just because I'll be sad if it doesn't work, and I'll be wanting to celebrate it if it does, with Zach. Just the 2 of us. But yeah, we got a little bit of time before we dive into that world, so I'll let you know what's going on, though. It is really coming down out there. Wow, it's so pretty. I love it. Ah! It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm going to have to show you the snow at some point during this video, maybe multiple times, because wow. It is cold. Oh my gosh. What you doing? What you doing, girls? Got Nanners and Dixie. Holly, what you doing? What you doing? As you can see, it is snowing quite a bit here. What you doing, Nan? You alright? She's over it. You want to go inside? Yeah? Okay. How you liking it, Dixie? You loving it? Can barely see on camera. You blend in. Alright, let's go inside. Anyways, there's not much else going on around here. Just really trying to prepare for Las Vegas. I'm due for 𝙗𝙪𝙨 while I'm out there, so I gotta go through TSA with an injection. That'll be fun. I think the only other time that I went through TSA with 𝙗𝙪𝙨 was when they were on, I think TSA was on strike. They did not care what I brought through, which was concerning, but they didn't care. We'll have to see how it works out this time. We're actually flying out of BWI because our friend is coming to the house. He's watching 3 of our dogs. Thank you, Kevin, because I know you're gonna watch this video. And then Nanners is gonna go to Zach's dad's house because just while we're not here, we like to separate some of the dogs sometimes because 2 of my girls are a little feisty with each other. When things change in the house, if you have multiple dogs, you probably understand this. When things change in the house or like people change, they act differently. After we came home from our road trip, the dogs were acting differently because they had to get reacquainted. It was kind of weird. So we figured, let's just separate them out. Nanners is basically a potato and does absolutely nothing but sleep all day, and when she's awake, she stares at a wall. She's, you know what, she's not the brightest of our dogs, so I'll put it that way, but she's gonna go to Zach's dad's house and his grandfather's house so she can sleep all day next to his grandfather. I think that'll be good. I think she'll like the vacation away from the other excitable 3. So many people think that we only have 3 dogs because you don't usually see Nanners in my videos, and it's because she's just, I don't know where she is. She's behind Zach's chair right now. I thought she was upstairs. We barely notice her. If she was our only dog, I would truly not feel like we had a dog. Yeah, she's just sleeping. She's a sleepy potato today. That is my update for you guys, though. Make sure to follow along on Instagram next week. I can't wait to share with you guys. You'll see Aaron Blocker, another IBD, and he's a hypophosphatasia advocate, which is really rare, and so he's doing awesome stuff with that. But yeah, the 2 of us are going to be the IBD reporters, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay warm if you're getting snow today, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.